Chapter 8. Lulu was now in the deepest, darkest, quietest part of the forest. It was getting quite late, and she was getting quite tired. She took her sleeping bag out of her suitcase, spread it on the ground, and lay down to sleep. But before she slept, she sang her song once more. I'm gonna get a Brontosaurus for a pet. I'm gonna get a Brontosaurus for a pet. Actually, she never even got to sing the last line because before she could get to it, she was asleep. Chapter 8 and 1/2. At dawn, Lulu woke to the sound of birds calling to one another, and the dusky, musky smell of the forest floor, and the feel of a gentle late summer breeze blowing across her face, and the taste, because she hadn't bothered to brush her teeth before bedtime, of yesterday's pickle sandwich. She also woke to the sight of something so huge, so enormous, so utterly gigantic that she thought no, she was sure that she was still dreaming. It looked like a mountain, except this mountain had legs, a very long neck, and a very small head. It was, as I'm sure you've already figured out, the Brontosaurus that Lulu had been searching for. Chapter 9. Lulu closed, then opened, and closed, then opened her eyes again and decided she wasn't dreaming after all. She quickly climbed out of her sleeping bag and announced to the Brontosaurus, "It's my birthday today, and just in time, I've found you." "No, I've found you," the Brontosaurus told Lulu, "and I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday." "Oh, it will be very happy," Lulu said to the Brontosaurus, "because you," she patted his ankle because his ankle was as high as she could reach, "you are the pet I'm getting for my birthday." The Brontosaurus bent down his neck so his face was close to Lulu's. He looked at her back to front and head to toes, sniffing at her carefully with his Brontosaurus nose and making a rumbling noise. Nobody knows how dinosaurs sound, but in my story they rumble, and slowly nodding his pin-headed head. "A pet," he said to Lulu after he'd nodded for a while, "is a very good thing." "A very, very good thing," Lulu replied. She opened her suitcase and went digging around inside and pulled out a white leather collar, which she fastened around the Brontosaurus's neck. "Now I'll just attach this leash." She dug some more and found a long, long leash in her suitcase, "and take you home with me." Lulu attached the leash to the collar, feeling so pleased with herself that she sang a whole new Brontosaurus song. "I got it, I got it, I got what I wanted to get. A Brontosaurus for a pet. I got it, I got it, I got what I wanted to get. A Brontosaurus for a pet." She would have kept feeling pleased with herself, except now. Brontosaurus was shaking his head, and now in his rumbling voice he was saying no. He was saying no and shaking his head till the collar and leash flew off. "No," he said, "I don't wish to be your pet." Lulu, remember, hated hearing no. She really, really hated hearing no. So she screeched till all the birds fled from the trees, and then she threw herself down on the forest floor, and then she kicked her heels and waved her arms. The Brontosaurus waited patiently, without saying one more word, until she had stopped with the screeching and kicking and waving. "Finished now?" he quite politely asked. Maybe I am, Lulu said, and maybe I'm not. It all depends. And here she shook a finger right in the Brontosaurus's face. This girl was a pain, but she wasn't a scaredy cat. It all depends on whether you stop saying no and start saying yes to being my pet. The Brontosaurus shook his head some more. Lulu thought about screeching and so forth some more, but instead she said in a very snippy voice, Now listen here. You were the one who said to me just a minute ago that, and I quote, a pet is a very good thing. That's what I said, the Brontosaurus admitted. So what, Lulu asked, is your problem, Mr. B? No problem, he answered, just a misunderstanding. Because when I said that a pet is a very good thing, I didn't mean I wanted to be your pet. I meant that you'd be a very good pet for me.